say it from my chest, I rep the Midwest. Niggas be acting like they tough, we not into that. I front the liquor store, serving with the pack, eating a box of rice. Know I got the strap. But them old schools clean like a new ball. Standing tall like the arch, I ain't finna fall. Used to be on Hall Street, they used to race cars. Cops come speed off, we ain't getting caught. From an era where clout chasing meant you had power. Now CMW Hayes, mashing with all confidence. Everything sound great.
What's up, world?
What's the word with it? What's the word? Welcome back. You Ain't Lying podcast. Welcome back, y'all. What's up with it? Y'all already know who. Hey, it's me. It is I, CMW Hayes, with my co-host, my dog, DJ Killzone Jones. What's up with it, man?
What's up with it? What's up, Lawson? I see you been here, boy. Been waiting in here for a whole 45 minutes. Waiting for
Thank you, bro. Salute.
Yeah, man. So ain't nothing much going on. Too much going on, my boy.
Bro, but what y'all seen at the beginning was my video that just dropped called Mashing on my For the Fam 87 ETV YouTube channel, man. Y'all go watch that. Subscribe to the channel. Share it to the world, man. That's the new video and single Mashing, man. Zone.
Yeah.
What you been doing all day, man?
Mashing with all confidence. What you
Man, you've been mashing since since your eyelids open, you just been going, huh? You've been pressing buttons, you went and got you something to eat.
Yeah. I got some good old Raisin Bran Crunch. A cup of Florida's natural orange juice. I put my vitamins and all that little stuff there. And then, got back to it. Like, handle some business, some personal business. And then, you know what I'm saying, got back to it, man. That's all. Pressing buttons as we speak. I'm putting it on, I'm letting folks know what's going on. But yeah, man, just that's basically what I've been on all day, man. Just mashing. I did a Patreon video. When I get off here, I'm gonna do another Patreon video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Might do a Patreon stream trying to get through this Cyberpunk 2077. Listening to beats, you know what I'm saying? Listen to some 03 Greedo, free 03 Greedo. And all our brothers locked down.
That part for sure. All our brothers locked for sure. Yeah, man. I'm pretty much on the same mission, bro. Up pressing buttons, man, and pushing the video around and just doing what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But man, I wanted to jump into this, man. Would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with yourself and at war with the world?
I feel like I always been in peace with myself, but I've been at war with the world, like, for the longest time. You know what I'm saying?
Now, why you say that though, man? For the longest time, though. You say for the longest time.
Shout out Lawson again, man, for the love, man. But that's because we grow up in an environment where it's a lot of people I don't think a lot of people be genuine. You know what I'm saying? And so whenever I do something, man, it comes from the heart. Like I try not to have no ulterior motive. I am skeptical of people now, but I try not to have no ulterior motives or whatever about people. If people be feeling like I'm negative or whatever the case may be, but it's just I'm like Pooh Shiesty, I got my guard up, man, because when you come in here, man, certain people, man, they just get the love and they can be the most fakest, most fraudulent, most whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But at what point do we stop? Because at a certain point, I think when you weed all that out your life, I think, man, that don't even become a factor no more.
No, but I mean, it's still lonely at the top, though. Hey, like, and I don't want to be all doom and gloom, but because It for real though,
No,
but
man,
it,
speak it though, because that's why I say what I said though, because I don't know, because I don't feel necessarily, like that. But go ahead.
I mean, because yeah, I always knew who I was and who I was, you know what I'm saying? Like I've never like I've grown, but I don't think I've changed. Like my morals and my standards, you know what I'm saying? That's why we rock, cause we on the
Yeah,
same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? And it's just we now, whether it be friends or family or relationships, like everybody just realizing that everybody don't stand on the same morals or principles that you on. So it's
true
like
indeed.
you have to find like I feel like everybody is really I mean, some people is at war with themselves because they can have all like we was talking about DMX, they can have all the money, the fame, the power, the love of everybody, but they at
Yeah,
war with themselves because of their past demons. But with me,
but they
I
still go home at night and do whatever they vice is, man, or they go through whatever they go through.
I mean, I feel like shout out to Renee over there on Facebook. I just feel like you wouldn't have if you I guess we all have our own vices, and I feel like me personally, if I had the love or whatever and the family and stuff that like say an ex or some of these folks that be going like it wouldn't no way in the world that you
Is your
know
hand over the speaker?
hold on, it wouldn't be no way in the
There you
world
go.
like it would be nowhere in the world I'm even thinking about drugs or suicide or
You said
whatever
if
case may
what
be.
now? If you was who?
I said if I had the love of the people that was around me that mattered, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah,
Like the family and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I got like my mom and a few people I feel like
yeah.
in my family that really genuinely is there and it's a constant. Cause like I don't just say I'm not like I say I'm there for the people that are a constant in my life, like you, Sir Zaku. Like I think of y'all more as family than I do a lot of people because I feel like people can say that they love you, but love is an action. It ain't just a word. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
think in some cases, bro, some people, rather friends, like people you just be meeting, like you see them sometimes more than you see your own family, and then you build a bond with them as well.
That
But
become your family. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
basically.
Until
But I
you
feel like
build a
being at war
family,
with yourself. I feel like
yeah,
being at war with yourself though. That's never like for me. That ain't never been a thing. But I can see why people would be at war with themselves because, like how you said, man, and being at war with the world too, and then beating yourself up about something that's going on in the world, then that's how I can see that somebody could be caught up in the storm of being at war with themselves because maybe they tripping off too much worldly things. But
mm-hmm.
like you say, if you know yourself, well, some people don't even know themselves. So man, then they might grow to know themselves over time. But it's tricky because man, when you start off as a kid, man, then you learning, and then man, as you become a teenager, and then you become an adult, I feel like man, you learn things as you go. That's why it's called a learning experience. So I feel like man, you might start off at war with yourself, but then you start learning, you start coming up out that funk that man, and you win. Then you start learning, man, what it is. That's either triggering you to be like at war with yourself, or you knowing like, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from certain people, or I ain't gonna do certain things, or it's
Mm-hmm.
it's a conscious decision too at the same time because if you conscious enough to say, yeah, I ain't finna be around certain people because when I go around them, man, then my vibes change, or man, then my energy change, or you
Right.
beating yourself up because man, and you feeling like man, and you could do better, or man, and you need this and you need that,
Yeah.
or it could be some type of mental illness too.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, I think I was always hard on myself. Like I wasn't at war with myself, but I was at I think I was indecisive because I always wanted to do the right thing, but I
Yeah,
also wanted to do things for myself, and I also wanted to do things to make people happy. So those three things would always clash within me. And real talk, I feel like people got to start putting themselves first and being happy because I feel like when you putting so much time and energy into other people, you don't have time to put into yourself and what makes you happy. and you gotta demand the respect that you know what I'm saying. You wouldn't be at war with yourself if you demand the respect, for yourself and other people. It starts with yourself, because if you don't respect yourself, like,
But
or
the
love yourself,
actions of other people will almost make you be like that.
the
But
what?
that's why I say the actions of other people
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
make
but
you.
see, you can't. But that's the thing. Like, I'm learning too. Like, don't nobody really care about, you take a chance on dealing with people. You take a chance. If we take a chance every day, we wake up, we walk outside our house, we take a chance. We take a chance. Matter of fact, we take a chance inside our house, from the food that we eat, the clothes that we wear, the everything that we do, we taking a chance on. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? This could go left at any minute. Like, I just had a conversation with my mama, and it's just like we unlock something, and really you can't blame nobody but yourself, and then you can't beat yourself up because of the actions and decisions that you made, just because you a genuine person, just because you keep it real, and your version of real is always going to be different from the next person's version of real. So you have to stop yourself and sometimes be selfish to put yourself in a better position, because you be reaching down trying to help people and trying to do right by people that don't mean you no good. And sometimes it's just better to just scope out a situation and see what people's intentions is. Because if you coming in, I'm finna do this, this, and this, and this, and you volunteering yourself for a
Man, that boy
position.
duck. That boy duck.
No, I had dropped the controller. I was trying to keep I got the little ambiance going on because I had cut the light off. It's hot up in this mug. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you don't scope out the situation and see, like, give people time to grow on you, or if you just being around somebody, like, I think about the times that we was in the rap scene heavy here, right? And the conversations that me and you have, behind the scenes about how things was handled, who people were supporting us versus how much we were supporting them, and things of that nature, and how people did each other. We took ourselves out of it and how we looked at it. It's like, man, now that I think about it on my end, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let Hayes speak for itself. And you all right, Hayes?
I'm listening, fool.
You looking
I'm
like
trying.
you.
I'm trying to see where you going. I'm trying to see what
No,
you
but
gonna say,
your face got so cold, like.
bro. I'm trying to listen what you say, nigga.
No,
Go
but
speak that.
what I'm saying is this, like, I look at it like we didn't spend time, like, we spent time in the trenches together, like me and you, and a couple other folks that was around. We spent time in the trenches together. We went out and ate places. We kicked it. We saw each other in the street, and we would sit there, and
Yeah.
our girls would be in the car, and we'll sit there and have a whole 30-45 minutes discussion at the
And that was
store or
like
walking.
7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And it's still today. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean,
It's
I
still
know. I mean,
today.
yeah, facts.
But that's what I'm saying. So you don't find them lifelong bonds like that, and you're not gonna get.
You ain't lying, bro. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm listening to you. Know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I feel like we expect too much about a people, and that's why when people get
You
at
right
war with
though.
themselves,
You
that's
right.
why, because you gonna break your heart every time,
If
expecting.
you expect too much out of people, but like I
Exactly.
say, man, when you dealing with business, you ain't got no choice but to deal with people because that's the business.
Yeah, but you can't get in your feelings about it neither.
Right. That's the only thing right there. You can't get in your feelings about it. If motherfucker ain't put their hands on you or man or like really like took it to the extreme and it's just business, because what we just say, man, we watch Cam on Drink Champ saying how Mace was how he was moving. And it was
Mhm.
like, yeah, bro, like man, and that's funny style.
Yeah.
Cam felt like, man, and that was funny that every time, man, and he say, man, and meet me somewhere, and they go there, he ain't even there, but then you go somewhere else, and that's where he at. It's like,
Every
man, what's
time.
all that for? It's like, man, what's all that for?
Nothing. Like, and see.
Hold on. But you can't really say nothing because maybe, like he said to it, because of the same thing I think he said, maybe like they was young dealing with millions. So in his mind, we talking about the Mace mind, maybe he felt like he had to move a certain way because he didn't know, he probably didn't know who he could trust. He probably had all this money and thinking that if he go there, that something might happen to him, so he ain't even gonna go there. But like we say, like why not just keep it real and tell the motherfucker, hey man, I'm gonna meet you at the such and such spot.
Or just say, bro, I trust you, but I don't trust them cats that be with you. Like, I need you to you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but
I
you
need
know,
you to you know what I'm saying? It's a simple conversation, and then you gotta make a decision based on, like, I can't tell you how many times, man, even in relationships, bro, like when you hear something, sometimes you just got to just kind of just pack your stuff up and get out of there. Like, you got, when you hear the signs of, like, now when the chick tells me that this dude, like a dude and did something to him, I take that with the smallest grain of salt. Like, you know how the little crust that be on your eyes that you can see, but you can't really, like, you can see in your eyes, but when you look in the mirror, you can't see it. That's what I'm talking about. That's the small, because they'll talk bad about that dude today and be back in his arms tomorrow. So you gotta be mindful, and you gotta take things, you know, when you dealing with folks, you gotta just be real, be like, look, I ain't finna sit up here and, you know, be your side mission or your side dude or your, you know, whatever, because you
yeah.
know, and then when you dealing with rappers, you gotta understand. Like, I've
But you
told
know too,
rappers,
man,
like,
I came to realize that, man, everybody just ain't gonna be on what you own, bro. And it's just like you gonna have to just catch people vibes and just decipher yourself, man, and you know who worthy to be around or who ain't, especially when you're dealing with business or depending on your business, actually.
yeah,
You know, man, if you're doing music and stuff, of course you gotta network and be out and be trying to link up with people and woo woo, but you know, or like if you got some type of clothing business or something like that, you know, people got to come to you, but you still got to deal with people,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. I mean, you gotta deal with people, but you gotta make sure that you also in that, like, for us rappers. I told rappers, look, bro, I'm not pulling up to your studio. I know y'all over there
Why
selling
you say
dope.
that, man?
I know y'all over there selling
Why
dope.
you say you're not pulling up to the studio though?
I'm not, because I know what time they on. Like, I know if you ask me, you not finna be doing no dope sale on, you know what I'm saying? I done seen cats
Yeah,
leave the spot, go out to the parking lot, and you go out, everybody go outside, they smoking, you know, it's hot up in the building, and you look to the side, and I done seen people, I done seen it go down. I ain't gonna say who it is, you know, I ain't gonna incriminate nobody, but
yeah.
I
Please don't.
know what you doing. So I ain't finna be up in there and they kick the door in like they did Bobby Smurder and them, and then I'm laid down on the floor getting indicted because, nah, bro, get at me on Zoom or get at me on her on StreamYard or
You just
Instagram or
saying that
something.
you don't want to go nowhere where they doing that. You would rather pull up where you know is clean, ain't nobody on that type of time.
Exactly. Leave the dope and the guns in the car. Like, don't bring it in. Don't bring it around me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a civilian. So
And
it's
guess
like,
what? You dictate that, man. You dictate who you want around you, bro, or who you don't want around you at the end of the day. Or
yeah,
if you in that situation, it's up to you to get yourself out of there. Especially if you don't feel comfortable there.
it's never. I feel like, you know, you got a lot of outlets that'll go out there, they'll go in the trap in the trenches and go and get that because they know it's gonna get views. If I see a dude holding a gun to the camera with an extra long clip and a baby bottle full of lean, they'll go do that. I'm not finna go do that. And you rob me, they didn't rob every videographer in the city, and they over here trying to shoot a video. Either they rob them barefaced it or in their face, or they rob them while they setting the video up. Like, I'm not finna do all that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm not finna kiss nobody ass neither. You know,
Well, that's number one. What?
but I'm just saying, you gotta start, as the older that you get, you gotta start feeling folks' vibes, and you gotta start feeling folks out, because
Even at a young age, bro.
yeah,
We
you
telling
gotta
the
feel,
youngins that now, man. And we telling it
yeah,
all, you know, man, that for
yeah,
all the
especially
youngins.
y'all that's in high school, going into college. Man, you gotta take the time to feel people out. Don't just meet a person and then put your arm around them and stand, that's my friend, this my friend. And then he go
No.
clap his girlfriend up the next day and this your friend. So the police knocking on your door asking you where, you know what I'm saying? So where was Jerome at last night? You know what I'm saying? He clapped his girlfriend 17 times in the
Yeah.
face and carved her heart out like Scorpion and threw it
I
on the
mean, and that's
floor.
some people tell
You
kids, you
know,
know, I used to tell my kids, like, you know, like that ain't your friend, like that's just your partner.
yeah,
Like, you got no difference between your friends and your partners.
Exactly.
Your home. I mean, like,
It's degrees
there's
to
levels to
reward.
it. I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, man, and there's levels to it.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I mean, so hey, so I guess it's just up for you to decipher which level you gonna put a motherfucker on.
Who you with? You know what I'm
He
saying?
said, man, who you with?
Yeah, basically that's look.
Man, Easter had just passed, man, and it had crossed my mind, man. And do people care? Like, I mean, like, cause man, people partying more, man, and celebrating, man, actually than
Yeah.
enjoying the holiday and what it is really meant to be nowadays. So I feel like, do you think Easter is like do people care to party more than celebrate the actual holiday?
Um. Yeah, cause now we got a lot of as far as
I mean,
like
and then like, look, it's not even just Easter. It's just like the mindset that he's, like
yeah, I
from
think
from Halloween to Christmas to, like it's a lot of other little holidays too that's on the calendar. I don't got one sitting in front of me, but I know for sure you
I
see
feel like
these.
with black folks, man. I'm just gonna say because I don't see white people arguing back and forth about their favorite. How I think black folks and we've came out of the 80s and the 90s where people was either Christian or Muslim. Now
Yeah,
folks is the universe and chakras and all this, and that's cool. But I feel like people want to sit up. If a person is Christian and he or she wants to celebrate uh Resurrection Sunday or Resurrection Day, because it ain't really even Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's really Saturday because he rolls on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? People want to get technical and start bashing folks and all this
yeah,
other stuff. And my thing is this, man, let folks celebrate their holidays and worship or not worship
as
in
they
what they
please.
believe or believe, because that's why he gave us free will. Because you know what I'm
But
saying?
free
If
will ain't
Satan,
so free, my brother. You
I
already
mean,
know
no,
that.
no, but we live in America, so it's not. It ain't like we ain't got nobody coming in our house
It's
putting
free, but it
away.
ain't that free. It ain't
I
that
mean,
free.
it is. You know what I mean. But my point is, don't if you supposed to be a Christian, right? And this is the day that we celebrating Christ coming back, right? Don't get up on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and your text message to your family members and then
In
be
your
just
group text.
fire and brimstorming people, and you can't force them to be, the same religion that you are. Like
Right.
you can speak it into their life. You can say, "Look, I'm praying for you. I want you to come to church." This, that. But if they say, "I don't believe in God," don't bring that to me. I
Right.
ain't trying to hear that. I'm going over here and this is my life. I'm a smoke, drink, party, have sex, do whatever I feel like I'ma do. And you can do what you gonna do and
Yeah.
leave me alone. See, we gotta get out of the thing in the church and in people that's in the faith. I don't sit up here and I always preface it. I tell people on the streams or whatever. I say, man, get to know God, get to know Jesus. But I'm not sitting up here saying y'all finna go to hell. No, because I don't have like Lil Nas X. I don't have a hell to send you to. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm not the Holy Spirit. I am not the Alpha and Omega. I'm not even claiming to be the guy
Right.
like that was Johnny Baptist that was here. They told y'all thought I was
What did you
going
think
down
about that
hell.
Lil Nas X, man? Because
Man,
I
I ain't
know,
watch it.
I know,
I
I
ain't watch
told
it. It
you,
ain't entertaining. It messed with my spirit, and it's
you
like it's
watched it
something.
though.
No, I ain't watch it. I said I ain't watch. Now, hey, when I said I watched it, I ain't watched it. I seen the little clip from the
He
little
said,
clip
"Oh, he said, I said, I watched it." Nah,
that was
yeah,
on
man. I'm
Instagram.
like
I
you.
said, oh hell no,
I didn't even
hell
entertain
no.
it not one bit, bro. But
I just
um,
unfollowed him on all my social media too. I ain't listening to none of his music no more because it's even deeper than just him being sacrilegious. He doing this for the clout. He ain't doing this like we knew he had to come out and with his preference, right? Because everybody who knew him beforehand, it came to the light that he was, he was a Nicki Minaj stan. He was living that lifestyle, so he had to live his truth. And his family, like I get where he's coming from, because I'm sure.
I ain't trying to really stray too far from the topic at hand. I just was
No,
asking
I'm finna. I'm finna wrap it
because
up.
I
I'm finna wrap
already
it up.
know.
Give it to you. I'm saying I get that he was abused. I was abused, not by no man, but I was abused. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm about to say,
like
whoa.
I get where he coming from.
I'm about to exit out this, but boy, I'm about to say, boy,
And
the
I
dog
and
about
I
to get
told this
too real. I'm
story.
about to say, oh man.
I told this story on hey, so he gonna exit out. No, I told
I
this
say,
story
hey,
on
Zoe getting too real. Ooh.
no, but I
Let me
told this
text him
story
on the
on
side.
no.
Relax.
He like he gonna get the other phone. Like what?
Relax, my G. Relax. That's how you gonna. No, man.
No, but my people had talked to me when I was young about the game, and so when it happened, I didn't say nothing because like I knew that her people, and it wasn't like nothing too crazy and wild. You know what I'm saying? It was light compared to what he might have experienced. But
If you even experience anything, man, I just think that that's just.
you think he just lied about the whole thing? Like he got on there and lied about being, in
I
the
don't think he lied, but I just the whole way that they ushered in that whole situation, bro, from the how they didn't say nothing, then boom, then from there it just catapulted even harder. Then from there, like, but this right here, I think made it piss people off with this shit. So I don't know where it's gonna go, but I was just more so asking because we was going off into the religion thing and stuff like that, and like how we saying like the Christianity thing and the Muslims and the ally, like it's different terms for everything and stuff like that. But I think I asked you because you definitely go to church about more than I do for sure. I know you do. So I know you often to the church way more than I am. Not that but I'm in tune
yeah.
definitely with what's going on and the word and stuff like that. But I was just I think that me and you had talked about this one time, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm gonna say this about me and like I'm in my church. I'm active in my church to a certain degree, not as much as this last year, but
Yeah.
like I don't even really like the stuff I do in church. Like I don't really want to get the credit for it. Like I did the social media, like they put it out there, so now I'm gonna just claim it. I did this help usher in the next level of the social media at my church. Like,
You put them up on
um,
game, man, about the social
yeah,
media and stuff.
I mean, yeah, I did, and then
That's when the pandemic hit, man, and everybody had to figure out something.
yeah, we had our. It was before that. It was way before that,
Okay.
and then they just
Well,
took the
yeah,
ball and
yeah,
rolled
yeah.
with it.
Churches was doing it way, yes.
But it was just like with me though. I felt like I feel like my journey with God is more like it's more personal. People, the church is a good part. It is a good, you know what I'm saying? It's a place to fellowship and it's a good tool to get deeper in your faith because you get an understanding from people who just studied the Bible, that studied what happened and everything else like that. But you still gotta open up that Bible and read it. You still gotta pray without ceasing. You still gotta get
That's what
into
I
it with
think I was getting to earlier, women. I
yeah.
was just saying, out of all these different religions, is it all still the same like message and the same like like in the same science behind it? Like it's still the
I
same
mean,
message.
all of them, most religions want people to have peace on earth and treating your fellow man, um, treating your fellow man right. But it's not the same. It's not always the same message. Like people got different methodologies and what they believe in. Me personally, I gotta say, I used to be the kid. Like I said, I was young, but I was very cognizant of what I was doing, and I used to
Yeah.
be very, very bad and I was like most kids that just didn't listen, didn't, did what he wanted to do, got his butt whooped the whole lot. And then like when I learned about my pops, that's what kind of put sparked the change in me because I seen who he was. And I said I didn't want to be like that. And I saw that a lot of the same traits that he had, I had. And even up until now, I've had to break things that I've realized that ain't of God and ain't just of a good person. I've
Yeah.
had to break those things. And it's people think that like we was talking about this offline. Like people think that with Jesus, because I can't speak on Judaism or being a Muslim or whatever. I can only speak on being a Christian. People think that being a Christian mean that you just got to just follow the straight and narrow path and you never veer off. You can't smoke, you can't drink, you can't do nothing. But it's in the word, and then Jesus was
But
at way to break
what
those.
religion do let you do that though? I don't think no religion let you do that.
No, but see, people got a misunderstanding. with what God is, because people think that because in Christianity is no way for you to do good works to get you into heaven. It's only you repenting and trying to make the change. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because we gonna mess up every day, and then when you try to live these rigid lives, like the whole Paul Pierce thing in Disney, right? He got fired
Oh
because
man.
ESPN was with Disney. So it's like
Paul
you
Pierce was
literally.
wilding out, man. What
I
was the
mean, yeah,
motive,
he was
man?
wilding,
I
but
mean,
I
but
don't
like,
think
what
that.
was the motive, man? I mean, like behind all that. What was
Man,
he
that
on?
dude he was having a good time, man.
I
And
mean,
I think,
but do you think that he was already fed up with them? Because wasn't he
maybe so. He
saying?
might have did that on
Because he was
purpose, but
already saying, I think in the video, like, man, and fuck them and ooh, like,
I mean, but that's my whole point. So my whole point, he might have already he got millions. So my point is that we in a society that is preaching perfection, but it's a whole lot of flaw stuff going down, even with these big corporations, with these big churches. It's
yeah,
people that's doing some of everything behind closed doors. It's just
of
the
course,
perception that we gotta
it's
portray.
corruption and everything, man.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to tell you with God. Like Jesus was at a wedding and they was drinking wine and they ran out of wine and what he did because they was
I
like,
know,
oh, the party over
no,
with. He like, nah, the party ain't over with. And why is that? We ain't got no more. We ain't got no more water. Watch this. And he did that to show people to have faith in something bigger than yourself. Have faith in me. You know what I'm saying? What up,
yeah,
John? You know what I'm saying? So my point is, it's nothing in excess. It's nothing in where you going in and you forgetting, what God wants us to do, which is love each other,
yeah,
protect each other, and serve Him. It ain't saying go. They don't give you a free, do whatever you want free card. It's no, you trying to live your life in a certain way in a certain direction,
yeah,
but Jesus went ahead of you to die for those sins for the times that you do mess up. See, every other religion is I'm gonna do as much as I can, and hopefully God gonna let me into heaven. It's unrealistic because you can never do enough good. Because once you do one bad thing, it's like you gotta start all over, and you hoping. Nah, it's a
I
difference.
feel like that's the rule in all religions, then, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. The Christianity is not. I'm hoping that I'm doing enough to please God. No, that's why because otherwise we wouldn't be arguing about Easter. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be going back and forth about. You wouldn't have
No,
people.
because like we said, because Easter for us as black people, we dressing up, down, right, left, side. We dressing to the T. We kicking it. We barbecuing. We kicking it.
Yeah,
Now, when I
we
was
still can.
little, now when I
Yeah,
was little, you know where we was going. Most people still go to church when they associate Easter with church as they should, and most but I was just saying like just this time around or just lately, just thinking about it like.
because you know why I
Excuse
have.
me. I was just thinking like most
Go ahead.
people ain't really been, like man, really ain't tripping off. So I'm like, man, I should get all these little kids together and explain to them. And look
Yeah,
over like, man, them kids
yeah.
don't care about,
You know
man, them
what?
kids
But
don't
no,
care about
but look, that's the that
they
no,
trying
you
to
did the
play.
right thing. You did the right thing because most of their parents they went to church because they had to go to church. You feel me? They haven't got to that point where they haven't experienced God yet, or they feel like
No, but
I
man,
ain't
I'm one
trying.
of them too. Shoot, I had to go when man I was little.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying you still tap in and you still know, like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I've been
yeah.
saved, I've been baptized, I know I need to do a little bit better. So that's the key right there. But everybody else, you saying see the spirit got in your heart. You know, we taking y'all to church this episode, but we gonna keep it going. But I gotta make this point real quick. You see, the spirit touched you to say, I'm gonna get these kids around here and explain to them. Did nobody else have that thought pop in their head? You know what I'm saying? Or even had been moved in their heart to do that. But
If
you
they
did.
did, man, it ain't say nothing.
I mean, but you still had it in your heart to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? That's see, most people they look at Christianity, they look at most religions, they like, I can't they had this unrealistic expectations, like I said, people party, people had people celebrated, people drank.
Yeah.
It's just when we went overboard with it, when it got to the point where they was praising others, like God had brought them out of certain things, and then they said, "Oh, well, we gonna praise this God over here that wasn't even existed. This is something that they dreamt up, but they seeing the miracles in front of them."
That just
Nowadays,
made me
everybody
think
like,
those like this is a choice
exactly,
because when you born, you don't know nothing.
exactly,
So whatever your mama or your daddy was offering to, that was most likely you gonna be offering to until you make your own decisions.
exactly. So
And then
what
when you
people
make
got
your own decisions, it's gonna be a million gazillion decisions.
exactly, and
So
we
it's
all
like
got to
so
live.
whatever you choose to run with is up to you.
And we got to live with it. I can't bash Hayes. If Hayes wasn't a Christian like I was, right? Or if he ain't on the level, I'm not finna sit up here and bash Hayes because, oh man, Hayes, you ain't go to church quick. I'm not
Yeah.
finna do, like, ain't nobody finna do all that. Like, ain't nobody finna do all that. And my bad, I gotta make sure I switch that
Keep
over.
switching.
Yeah, but
Man, I want to ask you too, man, what you wish you had known 10 years ago? Like, yeah.
focus, okay, focus on myself, work on this brand, be consistent as I am now. Not worry so much about females or friends or trying to impress nobody. Um, let a lot of stuff start living and stop living such because back then I was living living rigid, like I was duplicitous. I was trying to
Yeah.
make people happy, God happy, myself happy, and I was doing too much. So those are the things right there, and then just wait on certain stuff.
Yeah.
Wait to buy certain stuff, wait to go certain places, wait to do certain things because I found out
See,
what I thought I was missing out on, I wasn't
hold
missing
on.
out on.
Because mine is the opposite, actually, man. I feel like I should have been doing everything. Like, I feel like I should have been taking that risk and taking that money and going ahead and investing in my music, man, and traveling. I feel like I should have been doing them things. But thinking about then until now, you know what I'm saying? I've been living life. I mean, cause like we say, we do this right here. We do whatever else we want to do outside of this because we want to do it. We fortunate enough, man, to be around our family and to be, you know, to have our head on straight enough to where, man, and we get money and we do what we need to do with it and we take care of our family and ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever we want to eat, man, if we gonna eat, whatever we want to do, we still gonna do it. So, but I feel like, man, that for certain people, man, it just be like they don't learn things until they either, you know, late 40s, late 50s, or still be, you know, 60 years old tripping. Still
Yeah.
60, acting like they, you know, can't get a grip on life. And then I just feel like it's just a youth thing then.
Yeah.
It's just a youth thing because age, man, you could be 60 years old and not have yourself together.
Yep. I mean, I see it all the time, man. Like, but it really go down to, like I said, having restraint. Because at some point in time, you got to catch yourself. Like, it was a guy that I knew, right?
Yeah.
That I was having girl problems and he was having girl problems. And I was just telling him, he an older dude, right? I was telling him, man, look, you need to leave that person alone because
Yeah.
it's obvious that they don't have your best interest at heart. It's obvious that they don't love you like they like you love them and you care about them. So leave them alone, get from around them. And they was being flagrant and doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff or whatever. And I was just like, you know what? It makes sense because I looked at my own situation, and if I had caught certain things ahead of time and just moved
Yeah.
around, I wouldn't even be tripping off of, I wouldn't even have the things that I dealt with or that I deal with now. I wouldn't have to deal with them. So I had to tell him, and it's like he should know, better than me. But God put me in that space in that moment to tell him, and that's what I do on the channel too. Like I tell the youngest the same thing. Like, you
Yeah.
know, hey,
I said, yeah, that's what I said.
yeah,
Nah, man, you right though. But 10 years ago, that mean I've been in my early 20s, and like I said, I always been doing me. Like I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't never wanted for too much of nothing because we gonna go get it on our own. I always been working or always had like a little job or something. So that wasn't even the issue. I just always feel like if I would have known now, I would have really been putting that money instead of just fucking it off on whatever I was doing, then buying beats for the car or just steady just buying clothes or shoe, like just doing silly stuff, like just not thinking like, man, let me put this money right here. But then again, I think, man, it was a different world for us back then, man, back 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because this internet wasn't even what it was, you know what I'm saying, 10 years ago.
Nah, so a lot of
So
people
you
out
really
here.
had to be out, like you really had to be out for real, for real.
Yeah, you did.
It's like at
Yeah.
least with this internet, like it make you like be right in people's phones right now.
Yep.
Somebody like you can send it to somebody, like they could be always somewhere else, and they might get it. It might look at it too, and you might, you know what I'm saying. But then, like 10 years ago, you couldn't just do that.
Yeah, man. I be going back and looking at, certain stuff from, what I'm saying, like I be looking at stuff, man, from back in the day, what I'm
Ooh,
saying? Like I be looking at like old, like basically like old messages, old old videos and stuff like
yeah.
that, man, because like I'm like, man, like
Come
it's
on,
crazy. Like
come
it's
on with
really,
it.
look, it's crazy, bro. So I remember when I first started rapping and first started doing YouTube videos, and I still got all that stuff up just to go back and just to see where I was at. And I'd be like, yeah, I remember doing that, or yeah, I remember going here, or yeah, I remember, like, it's almost like a diary. And right now with the quarantine, it's a little bit difficult to move around. It's because, like, if the quarantine hadn't happened, hey, bro, I had a whole roadmap. I had broke up with my gal. I had regrouped. I had, get ready to work a whole lot, then drop a whole, like, I had a whole thing figured out. But I thank God, though, because I'm able to slow down now, and I really
Yeah,
had a good time to take inventory on what I was, because I was about to just go out here, man. I was going to get all that money, and
you
I was
crash
going to make
out.
sure I was good. I was going to make sure I cleared up some stuff, but I was going to be out here balling and tricking it off, and I don't know if I would have been this dedicated. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what that
If
made
I
me
would have
think
been,
about? It made me
yeah.
think about the conversation we had about Soldier Boy.
Oh yeah,
I thought that's where you was gonna go with it. I was like, man, that
yeah,
boy better go
yeah,
ahead and say it. I'm
yeah,
like, go ahead and put it out there that y'all, we just gonna go on and say that y'all know that Big Soldier was the first one that had a twerking song and made the internet go crazy.
He had two twerking songs.
What? Come on now.
He had Booty Meat, and he had She Gotta Know. Then he
And I'm
came
talking
back with,
about this is like I'm talking about early on when YouTube was still cruddy looking, like it was
yeah,
grimy.
yeah,
You were still watching YouTube probably
and
on a non-touch.
360p on the
look,
on the
look,
computer,
I'm
not
about to
even
say
the
on a
laptop.
non-touch screen phone, bro. And man, I remember, bro, like man, YouTube wouldn't even work on them little Motorola phones I used to have. Bro. Like
No.
it was on there, but when you clicked on the link, it didn't like work right. Like it was just crazy, bro, at that time. But you're right, bro. Soldier started that trend, bro, with them songs, man.
I'm
And
saying,
people,
man, MySpace had it. Look, he had it the because that twerk music had died. Like it was Yin Yang Twins. It was you had some girls that was doing, like,
but
you
no,
had
but it was coming off of that era though, like you just said, from Lil Jon, Yin Yang Twins. It was coming out of that era that Soldier Boy had took it and did what he did.
yeah, we was in the trap. We was deep in the trap era. We was deep in. I mean, you had franchise and you had D4L, but he came in right at the end of all of that too, because they had a little wave, and then when y'all go watch the interview with me and Parlay, the leader of franchise, he
Yeah,
came. They came after they came, and after they kind of had disbanded or whatever the case had been. Like Soldier Boy took it and took it to a whole different level and a whole different place. Like they didn't even come out. I feel like now, if franchise came out, Yin Yang Twins, Lil Jon, all of them came out in this era, they would be eclipsing the artist that's out now. If Soulja Boy had it came out before, right now, if he
Yeah.
came out with Crank That right now, it'd be a whole different. Like it went crazy back then.
It
100 million
did
views. It was the most viewed video back
back
then.
then.
And so he set the bar. And I feel like people just because that we so fickle and people I ain't gonna say people moved on because people still tapped in to Soldier, like people still following Soldier Boy probably since they done
Yeah,
went from the MySpace and Bebo days to Facebook to Instagram to Twitter. Like he be on all of it, and he be ahead.
yeah,
He told everybody. He said, "Man, I'm out here doing shows. He putting songs out every week. Then he was on. I remember when he was on SoundClick. That's where they were telling me to go get the song there because he had as a free download. And then when he came with the album, he was like, "Okay, y'all can give me $5, but most of these songs had already came out for free. But just give me."
yeah.
And they was
He was
selling.
definitely at the start of that era. Like that'll be considered what we consider hip hop in the '80s era. Like he was that for that era when it came to that. Like when
Yeah,
it came to the internet, like and for real.
yeah,
He was the start of that. Man, Kane came from the Yin Yang Twin said
yeah,
you seen that where he said that I got over 1 billion streams on TikTok.
yeah, yeah,
That's hard.
yeah,
And that
man.
song was out back then, you know what I'm saying? They just show you the impact of that song.
Man,
And guess what? And we got to live it when it was actually out.
yeah, yeah. I remember going to the skate can.
You
I
gotta
remember.
have some more of these, the bulls of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I remember, bro. And then the girls be
That was
flying
your
on the
song, huh?
skateboard. The girls would be, bro. I would catch the wall and just see the girls, like the older girls, the ITs. They just, yeah, they twerking on the skate. I was gonna be like, woo. Don't let a
Well,
girl
that
come on
music
there.
for sure was the first wave, but like that was the golden era music of twerk music, man, for sure.
Yeah,
And Soldier Boy came, and he definitely in the new era of the internet when it first kicked off, he was the first one, man, and he could have that for sure.
yeah. We need to get it. He back at it again. He got the most played song on TikTok. He got like he took he did like 3 billion like with what's it called? She Make It Clap. Like that's the most successful. I think that's no, I don't know if it's 3 billion, but I know that it's the most played song on TikTok right now. She Make It Clap.
Man,
He has a new song he got.
in
So
the words of Jay-Z, man, in order to survive, you gotta learn to live with regrets.
mm-hmm.
That's something that, man, really, man, I don't really regret anything. Like, man, when I look back at anything, man, you know what, man? I was talking to my people the other day, and they was like, "Man, you always be cool." It's like, man, you. I'm like, yeah. I mean, man, what you want me to say? You be like, cause all you be saying is like, man, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be cool. I'm like, yeah, but you right, cause that's how I be feeling. Like, shit, it's gonna be alright. You already know, if you ain't dead or in jail or in the hospital bed, you good, bro. You shouldn't have nothing to complain about, bro. That's my thing. So, man, my question is, do you have any regrets?
Let me add. Well, you already said it. Well, I don't have no regrets. I don't have no regrets. I just would have handled things differently. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll kill you or eat you up inside if you just worrying about that stuff all the time. Like and sometimes, man, I be going through my little moves and stuff like that. But at the same time, like that's why I go even harder now at what I'm doing because like I realized real quick when I went broke, I was in the hospital bed and I had they went all the way down through my neck all the way through and
Yeah,
then the other stuff I've been through, like I realized, man, where I was spending my time, where I need to be spending it. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
the people I was spending time with wasn't really advantageous to my health, to my well being. They wasn't adding nothing for real, other than they was just like I guess my rest haven, you know, when it came to females and stuff like that. And I
yeah,
came into it with good intentions, and then with the people that I work with, you know, they just wanted me to ride D because they had connections or they was popular or whatever at the time. And the only thing about it, if I could tell my younger self anything, is just stay focused and bet on yourself. Because once I start doing that, man, and just start putting the work in, it's like the results has been good. And just to see all of the people that we touching, man,
Yeah.
on a weekly basis, and the people that be like from all over the world that be tapping in and everything else like that, like I just thank God for it, man. Like you know, it motivates me to go harder. So when it comes to regrets, I really don't like. If you can say this is a regret, I would say I would spend more time with my family members that's not here no more. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes you take for granted your people, and you have to, you know, make sure that you showing them that you love them, and even if you get into it with them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't feel like when I was coming up, you know, the stuff that I saw other people that I thought that, you know, as far as their family structure or whatever,
Yeah.
but I had a family that did a lot for me and loved me. So I just, you know, whatever I get into it with them or whatever it is, I always try to end with love, because you never know when it's that last time, you know what I'm saying, that you're gonna see them. So, you know, it happened to me a couple of times. Like my uncle was sitting up there telling me, he say, "Son, well, you know, I ain't gonna always be around. You're gonna have to be the man of the house." And like he was literally taking care of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Yeah.
folks was down bad in between jobs, he was looking out for them. And when folks, you know, didn't have daddy in the house, like he was the one, him and my auntie, that was bringing all of us. So we 7-8 deep in the house, 7-8 deep in a Lexus, driving up and down. You know what I'm saying? Driving up and down to Six Flags and taking us around the country and all this other stuff, exposing us to different things. Like,
Yeah.
I'll never forget those things. You know what I'm saying? Then them cousins that stayed up, you know what I'm saying, on the phone and on Facebook with me when I was going through it. And then, like, one of them died. Like, I was with my, like, I didn't even go, I forgot, it was like a family reunion. And I hated the family reunions because I didn't have no car and I couldn't burn out of there and couldn't nobody take me home. So you had to
Man, you was
have
probably a baby, nigga. You talking about some man you hated family reunions, nigga. I
No,
used to love going to
I'm
my
talking about
family.
as an adult. Like when you
Oh,
everybody 16, 17, they
I'm
got a
sorry,
car
man. I
they
used to
able to.
love man and my family
No, when we little,
reunions, man.
yeah, but not grown. Like I ain't finna be sitting up
I
there.
love them grown, man. I still do. We still need it. Soon as this pandemic over, I think everybody need to throw a family reunion. Goddamn me.
Yeah, I think that's coming. I mean, me is different because it's like our family reunion is a little bit segregated. So it's like everybody been living their life. So it's like everybody just like, oh, what's up, fam? You good? You so like it is different for everybody. 'Cause, like, hey, is your family? I know y'all a little bit more tapped in and y'all hang out a little bit more. Like everybody on my side be work, 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 big money, big money, big money. And so, you know, we do get together. It's a blessing. We reminisce, we catch up, and it's more of a
Yeah.
catch up thing. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
y'all finna probably get drunk. Somebody finna fight. You know what I'm saying? The kids
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
out there playing till they sweating, and the kids do that. The kids
We
gonna do
doing
that.
something every holiday, baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's laid back. I ain't saying it's like torture.
We doing something
But
even
it's
when it
just,
ain't a holiday.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, but everybody like back then though, when everybody peeled out, like all my cousins that had cars, I'm the only grown, you know, MF are still sitting there, and I'm like, man, I
With
ain't
no car.
yeah, yeah, like I'm like, bro, take me to the crib. Nah, bro, we finna go XYZ.
They ain't messing
You
with
know,
you.
hey, but I missed like one of my cousins. I was hanging with my gal because I was like, I'm cool on that this year. You know what I'm saying? I just seen everybody, and then that cousin that used to stay up on the phone with me and in the inbox and everything else with me on Facebook, she died,
Really, man?
and it broke my heart, bro. It broke my heart.
And this when you was younger?
Yeah, bro, like 2021.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. It broke my heart, man. I still think about it to this day.
Yeah. Rest up.
Yeah.
How you bounce back though from that though?
I just realized, man, as much time as I spent, like now, even when I like my mama like watching 90 Day Fiance. She like watching them fire rescue shows and Law
His
and Order.
mom Duke's watching that, huh?
I can't stand it, but I'll sit there and watch it with her from time to time. You know, if I'm not doing creating content, even if it's just for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'll pull over, come to the crib, you know, just sit there and just watch it. We'll eat something. I go to my grandmama's house every now and
Yeah.
then. I gotta go back to my godmama house. We gotta sit down and watch us a movie or something, and maybe go get us something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta show love to the people that love you. You know what I'm saying? And make sure they feel appreciated. You might not have $1 million. You may not
Yeah.
have all of the things to give them, but just giving them their time, and then that way when they pass on, you don't feel like you didn't have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
You don't feel like you missed nothing. You know, and that's the biggest thing. You know, that's the biggest thing. If I'm gonna tell any of y'all youngest, man, I know y'all can't stand your mama, can't stand your daddy. You feel like they don't want you to live and all that. They really just trying to protect you from what's out here, man. They really trying to have you enjoy being a kid. And I feel like I feel like I should have enjoyed being a kid more. Them middle school, them high school years, I was so busy trying to get grown and get out here, and then it's like, damn, bills,
I definitely
car
enjoy being
notes.
a kid, man. I feel like my kids ain't being kids. I mean, like they are kids, cause like I told you, my kids ain't offered to the dumb stuff, like man, and they little kids and they like the games and stuff like that. But like we say, our the age they are now, when we was their age, was totally different, bro. Cause for me, I was being a kid, man. I was out here riding my bike. I was doing stuff. I was messing with them little lightning bugs out, man, in the yard, man. I'm catching them and putting them in jars and all that. Like we was out here playing tag. I'm talking about we out here. We
Mm-hmm.
got the water guns. Like, man, we had all that, man. But I feel like now it's even worse for the kids. Like, man, they don't even got nothing. What they
No,
got? They
especially in
don't
St.
got
Louis.
nothing, bro. We
Especially in St.
had
Louis.
our childhood was so packed, man, with stuff, bro. It don't make no sense.
We had, think about it. We had Saints, we had the Palace, we had Skate King, we had
Yeah,
Coach Light. They
we
had
had
the
Tip.
skate rinks on the east side. You know what I'm saying? Like they had so much to do back in the
You hear
day.
me? We had the Tilt to go to. We had the malls to go to.
Yeah.
It
The
was just a
sports
whole bunch, and
complexes.
then, huh?
The sports complexes. Hold on, hey. My window finna fly away. Um, but we had the sports complexes, we had like the water parks, we had, you know what I'm saying, the
Yeah.
gym. We ain't got none of that now.
But not only that, it was a lot of physical stuff too, like to play with. Like that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Like we had the Nerf guns, the water guns. We had the
laser
like
tag.
lasers. I mean, but everything was new. I feel okay, so that's probably what it was. Cause everything was just coming out then. It's the early '90s, the mid '90s, you
Yeah.
know. But now these kids born with a phone in their hand, bro.
Yep. A tablet, a phone.
They coming out the womb with a phone.
Yeah.
Then that's making, but mine, I tell mine, man, put them phones down. We finna get out. Let's go ride them bikes. We finna go out here, go play some basketball.
Yep.
So I'm thinking about putting mine in some type of basketball this year or something, or whenever stuff open back up for sure, that's what they're gonna be doing. Cause
Mm-hmm. Get them out of the house. Yep.
get them out the
Socialize.
house, man. Cause I for sure played basketball and baseball.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember that, man, being 13, 14, 15, playing that stuff. Man, when I got in high school, I ain't really care to play. I was like, nah, man, I'm cool. I could have played football, but I was cool. I'd rather play basketball than football,
Yeah. Like, damn.
though. Yeah, oh yeah, man, it's getting down.
Oh,
The-
boy, I thought somebody had threw some
no,
rocks.
sir, boy, them lights flickering.
Oh man. But what was I finna say, man? So basically, um, I was gonna ask you this. Like, do you think we should move? Certain people should move from certain places? Because I feel like when I went to Houston, bro, they had something to do all the time, even during
Yeah,
quarantine. They
yeah,
playing baseball in quarantine. They got the kids got the mask on. You feel me?
yeah.
And the kids got their mask on, playing sports. They got their little
Where
mask
at?
on.
Oh, you mean like actually playing the
Yeah,
sports stuff?
ain't nothing stop. They out there. They got gyms. They got the little cleaning robots, and the windows is open. They got you know what I'm saying. They got all that stuff going because they ain't it's
What
it's
was you asking though
quarantine.
again?
Like do you think we should move? Certain people should move them and their families to different spots that actually have stuff popping. Because I feel like
Yeah,
smaller cities
for
like
sure.
St. Louis or certain cities down south or on the east and west coast, like people need to move themselves to a place that's popping that kids got more opportunities, they got more stuff to do.
That goes without saying, brother. You just said it right there. Like, why wouldn't you move somewhere with better opportunities, man? That's just like saying if you stay in a neighborhood to where you know it ain't nothing around, it's all broke down and raggedy. Like, why would you want to raise generation upon generation in that area?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, because like we say, once you're born, of course, it's a given because your parents were, so wherever your parents at in life, that's where most likely you gonna be at until you can make your own decision and you can get up and move out on your own and do all that. But until then, I feel like, man, if you got a family and you for sure want to move to like a Houston or somewhere down south or the West Coast or the East Coast, then man, do that. Cause especially, man, or sometimes it's best to just move around in your own city too as well, man. And you just need to just move out of your area code and your zip code of your city.
Yeah.
I mean, of your area. Especially in our communities, man. We already know what's in our communities. It's a whole bunch of abandoned buildings. There's a whole bunch of nothing around, nothing. So we even got to go outside of where we at to go really get something good to eat. You're not going to catch a Freddy's or a Clover's or them type of premium spots like that around here. You got to go outside the city. I mean, like outside the outskirts of the normal, because where we in the inside of where we at, you already know what's going to be in there.
McDonald's, Burger King,
They gonna do that to death, boy. They gonna McDonald's you, they gonna Burger King you, they gonna fish and chicken you to death. Yep. They gonna do all that to you. And me, I'm like, I don't want that, man. I should, man. I want to go out there with the food at, man. I like eating good shit.
Exactly.
I like eating good quality, man. I want my hamburgers to be good. I don't want no gummy ass hamburger.
Yeah, basically, you want to basically have them cut it off the cow.
So it is economically, and you can see it. The farther you go out, the better the shit get.
Yep.
And that's messed up, bro. Because as soon as you go where we be at, like in the inner city, on down, you could just see it. Like the farther you go, and then boom, So I just feel like for us,
I feel like the South Side is the only place that you can get everything.
You're right.
The South Side, I like being on the South, even in the hood.
I love the South Side, bro. The South Side hard.
Cause the South Side, you could be in the hood on one block, and the next block you can be in the burbs, and then you could be right back in the hood.
Well, that's the city, period. The city, the whole city like that, because the West Side like that. Because the West Side like that here. The West Side got streets like that. You on one side of Delmar, then you on the other side, and then boom, and you seeing all them big ass houses over there and shit.
Yeah. I will say that. Delmar,
I just feel like I bet you in all cities they got that part to where it's the hood. Then two streets over, boom, there go the rich part. It's like, damn, we right here next to these motherfuckers.
Yep.
But it's different. But we already know. If you look at all the different, like, they monopolizing us though, like crazy though. It's like, man, we have, because we talked about it once before, how we have a different race running the store in our community, and they don't even stay nowhere around us.
Nowhere near. They driving a whole hour.
But we could not set up shop the same way where they from.
Know what? I was thinking about that since you said that, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? I feel like, man, look, I look at it like this, man. We got to start respecting and we got to start respecting and start supporting each other, man. Because I feel like, man, I feel like if we start,
that made me just think of something. Where was I at? And we was like, see, that's why niggas can't never have nothing. Man, we was somewhere, and I'm trying to think what had happened, bro. But it was something that was going on. Oh, okay, yeah, man. I was somewhere getting some food. I ain't even gonna say their name, but man, I was somewhere getting some food, and man, we just knew that it wasn't no white people around, bro, because the way they was in there acting, and man, you know me, I'm like, man, there must not be no white people in there. Dude was like, nah. I just shook my head like, that's why right there, boy. cause cats don't know how to, man, do stuff right, man. And guess what? I was a victim of that as well. I done worked at a job before and just doing nigga shit. Like I'd have been a part of that too. But now as I got older, I'm looking at that differently now. Like nah, man, that's
We
bullshit. But
gotta act a
maybe,
little bit more civilized than that. We gotta
but
act like
maybe
we got
they'll
some
grow
sense.
too as well, just like how, man, I grew into understanding too as well.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, hopefully.
Hey, hopefully, because I knew what I was doing. It was what I was doing. I
Yeah,
still
man.
had enough respect, and mine wasn't being just ignorant, like not running the business right. It's just, man, you know, when you working somewhere, hey, it's easy. Hey, now what you want? Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
basically.
Okay, yeah, man, that's my money. Okay, I'll see you later. You know how I go, but I'm just saying. But as far as always handling business, oh man, I'm always handling business. I feel like, man, you can put me anywhere, and I'm gonna be the manager in that motherfucker.
Exactly.
In no time, I'm gonna be the manager. I'm gonna be running the show. So it's
Exactly.
all good. But hey, what is your I'm gonna answer this first. But the question is, what is your earliest memory? And
Oh,
for me, hold on, I'm gonna say for me, my earliest, because I'm gonna put this on some music shit. My earliest memory of music, when I think back, like when I thought back real hard, like on some Jimmy Neutron shit, like that, I sat there and I blasted my brain. I was thinking, I was like, man, what's my earliest recognition of some music? It would have to be Humpty Hump, the Humpty
mm-hmm.
Hump dance song.
Yeah.
And it made sense. I was like, man, like the Humpty Hump dance song, for some reason, that song stick in my mind, riding in my mama. I think she had like a Blue Nova back then or something like that. But
A Blue Nova.
that was like, But
Yeah.
yeah, riding in a Blue Nova, and I could just remember hearing that song, bro, for some reason. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to think like what year that song had came out. Man,
Maybe I forget. I got the other phone over there charging up. But yeah, I remember. I mean, I remember my earliest memory was like meeting my god brother with my sister for the first time.
yeah,
Like he had came.
1990, bro. That's when that
Oh,
song
okay.
came out. So that makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes sense. I mean, I was about four something, about 4 or 5ish, maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I was born in '90, so I was born, on the November 2nd, so same day as Nelly. So, um,
So looking.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I just remember my first memory was like meeting my god brother for the first time. I was with my sister. I was like holding on to her leg and my mama's leg and being shy. And I remember him speaking to me or whatever. And
Yeah.
that was when I first started like remembering stuff. Like I started like my memory, like it felt like a light switch cut on, where I just from that point forward I've been remembering stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I done forgot a lot of stuff in between there and now, but that was like my earliest memory. You know what I'm saying? When I could recollect, and then my musical memory was Art of Noise. That because that was me and my god brother record, and we would cut it up,
You
and
know
then
what? What would you
and
be doing, man, when that song was on?
we would just be vibing in there, just doing this.
You know what when I think of that song, I think about leaving from my auntie house, sleep in the back seat, because that's when that song was playing on the radio
Yeah.
here in St. Louis. Like you would be leaving late night from your people crib, but that boy would
Mhm.
show be on. I think that was the intro to somebody like back in the day. Like that was actually the intro to one of them little shows that used to come on back in the day. That's why we probably used to hear it so much here, but. For
Yeah.
sure, I remember riding home from my auntie house hearing that, man.
Yeah,
In the backseat.
Dr. Jockenstein, boy, he come on, yeah. Remember too, Dr. Jockenstein, man. But no, later on that became like that's the before they start really getting with the chill music. I had me
No,
and my
you know what I was
friend.
just thinking about? No, that's the quiet. No. I'm thinking about Smokey Robinson, the Quiet Storm song.
Oh,
I think that's Smokey Robinson that's saying that song. Yeah,
Yeah.
But both them songs are, but for sure I remember hearing both them songs though.
Yeah, I remember that.
Sleep in the backseat.
Like the gaming memory was playing Sonic 3 for the first time with my cousin. And just remembering like playing that for the first time, man. And then
Okay.
like
Oh,
my
damn,
first
nigga, you gave like 3 memories, nigga. Hold up.
Yeah, that was like it all happened in the same
Okay, so man, and my musical was Humpty Hump, and then you say just a family. Okay, man, I remember, man, before the night where my grandmother passed the next day, but the night when she died, man, wrestling was on, man, and I remember like, man, we was just, well, man, damn, well, that's not like a, well, that is my early memory because I was younger. I was a lot younger. I know I was under 10 maybe when that happened. But I just remember wrestling being on that night. And being like tapped in, like wanting her to watch wrestling with me that night. And then like as far as man, what was the other one that man that you just gave? It was like you did music and family, and it was something else.
I had a gaming memory.
Okay, yeah, gaming memory. First game, of course, the first game I can remember playing would be a Nintendo for sure. It'll be, man, one of the Mario games, man. It'd be one of my older brother Mario games for sure. But me, when I started playing the game, my first one was off of the first PlayStation. I think it was the Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
facts. That Crash Bandicoot, man, that was my game. And it was some little spacey type game I used to play too on there too. Like, man, it was like I was in a spaceship and like in space I used to be shooting at things. But I don't know
I forget it. It's called In the Heiner or whatever, and it was like
it probably was for sure.
It had like the little neon signs. I had to send it to you because that was the one I remember playing the hell out that demo.
And that 64, bro. Yeah, I think it was a demo version, man. But that 64, that's when I used to be on my auntie house, man, a lot, bro. And man, my cousin had it, boy. She had every game on that mug, boy. Every game that was popping at that time, boy, she had.
Super Mario Brothers, Mario Kart.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Hey, that was when man folks were putting posters on the wall still, bro. Posters, like, ripping them out. Her whole wall was wallpaper posters. You had the whole Cash Money Click. You had the whole No Limit.
Yo, like, she must have been young though, Hayes. She must have been young. She must have been young, Hayes.
Nah, I mean, man, you gotta think, man, we always like teenagers still. I mean, like 12, 13, like that was when the Word Up and all that was still out though, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I remember.
So you can rip all them pages out, bro, and just hang them on your wall, bro. That was like a thing.
Bro, I remember.
That's like starching your pants was a thing, man. I remember, boy, you using it Stay Flow, which was my first rap name too, man, by the way.
Stay Flow.
Like the starch, my nigga. I still use it from time to time too for you niggas, man. You better not take that nigga, cause man, I still use that. That's one of my AKAs, you feel me? AKA Midwest Hayes, AKA CMW Hayes, AKA Stay Flow. You feel me? Like that's what it is. He just ain't been out there in a while, you feel me? Man, this boy dark in the back, man. What did you over there on some Blair Witch shit, man? What you? No. Okay, there we go. You had the ambiance going on at first.
Okay, there we go.
You had the ambiance going.
Yeah.
You had it going. Man, I done went on here, man, and dropped that video for mashing.
Yeah, man. Look,
I dropped that good old video for that old mashing, man, which y'all could go watch that on my YouTube channel for the Fam 87 ETV.
Commercial break.
No, I say it from my chest. I rip the Midwest. Niggas be acting like they tough. We not into that.
Okay, hold on. We back.
It's playing too fast for you. Okay, man. That boy just wanted to play a preview real quick. I'm like, hold up. Yeah, but that's it right there, man. And the song as well is on all platforms, so y'all can go buy it or stream it. You know. Man, the versus battle, man, with the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire, man. Legendary, bro.
Man.
Bro, like, I just ended up, I ain't catch it when it was live, but I had watched it like the next day or so. But I was still vibing. There
Yeah,
was some
me
real
too,
player
man.
stuff. I think I called you. I was like, bro, Brother Osby is a real player, bro.
For real, man. That man 80 and his wife 44.
He 80?
I seen him. I seen him in action. I seen that man in action, bro. I seen him in action. I seen him in the airport. This a you ain't lying moment. I seen him in the airport. His wife came through, and I was getting ready to, do my, enjoy your flight, ma'am. But then some of the lady stopped me. She said, "That's Ryan Isley's wife. Don't say nothing to her." And so
For
she
what?
came. No, because he. Anyway, they was just saying that she had came through and had problems before. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So they was just telling me, just keep it short. So I did that, and she was like, "Oh, you like one of the most nicest guys in here," and wham, and I appreciate you being in here, and I want to talk to your supervisor. She went over and told the supervisor and everything, and then here he come, and I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like this the OG right here, and his son looked just like him. He looked like a light skinned version of him.
Really?
So his youngest son, you know what I'm saying? I think he got some other kids, but the whole thing of the whole time, so I had, they walked past me or whatever, and his son was showing me his book bag because I had a Star Wars watch on. So he had a Star Wars book bag with Kylo Ren on there, right? And
Yeah.
so I was like, man, he showed me his book bag. I told him put it through. I got, I said my granny just bought me this little watch. He said, "Your granny did how old is your granny?" I told her, I say, so she got a sense of humor. He said, yeah, he's somebody, if I wasn't no, I'm capping on that part now. I ain't
You
gonna
gonna
do
say
it.
I'm capping? That boy gonna say I'm capping on that.
Capping on that part, but no,
So caps a lot over there.
Colin Kaepernick.
Uh,
But no, he was real genuine, real player. You felt him when he came through. Just like you seen him on the versus screen, it take a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I could tell, it's one of them. It's in you, not on you. Like that's who he really is. And he was just, just good to see him in the flesh. I'm like, man, and I let him know. I say, Mr. Isley, I
I ain't even
appreciate
know, man.
you.
He was even that great like that, man.
Yeah, no, he let it grow out because he really wasn't like that, but he let it grow out. And I told him, I said, man, I appreciate you because I learned a lot listening about life, listening to your music. And he said,
Yeah.
you know what, young blood, that's, what I'm saying, it's good for you in your age group to know who I am and everything else like that, you know. And, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job. We appreciate you. My wife had told me she had a good experience with you. Yeah, he came back because he had forgot his cane, and that's what he told me. And then, after
That
that, I
boy
left
said
him
he,
over
he
there.
forgot that cane.
Yeah, he had to get that cane because he was walking with that cane, boy.
Man, well, he sure wasn't using it at the versus battle. I sure said that boy got up. I said, boy, that boy ain't even using the cane. He just walking.
No, he just walking.
That boy had that fly suit on.
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, man, I'm waiting on this Hitman Holla and Cassidy battle, man.
To drop.
Yeah, because I'm always gonna ride with the home team for sure. And then, like, man, the kind of like some of the highlights I was seeing, man, it seemed like I heard both of them equally probably got booed, and then, but the interview stuff I was watching was both of them kind of it was the crowd that was kind of like iffy on both ends. But ultimately, I feel like I ain't watched it yet, but I feel like just hearing what I was kind of hearing and seeing a few clips, I feel like the crowd was kind of amping it up a little bit more for Cassidy this time than Hitman. But that don't mean that Hitman lost though. That just
Nah,
means that
Hitman won, man.
I know that's what I'm saying. I mean, I know that for a fact because I know he did his shit. But I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
for us, we gonna say that because we know the real. But these crowds, man, I'm like, wow, like they really bigging it up, making it seem like Cassidy won.
Hey.
But I'm like, I know he did. And I'm like, man, I know Hitman, so I'm just waiting to see
He
that
said,
too.
I know he did.
I said, I know he didn't. I know he didn't.
Yeah.
Man, Cassidy ain't whoop on no Hitman Holler, boy. Come on now.
That
You
was
would be a
big though
fool to
that
think
he
that.
was able to do that though. I will say that's big for him to do that. I will say that.
What?
that they actually, that they linked up to even do it like they did. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for a
So,
fact, because just like Hitman had said, man, in one of them little face off things, like he was just saying, no, I think it was like the one after the face off that man he was talking, but he basically was saying how he remember like battle rap, which I do too. I remember watching battle rap, and it wasn't nothing on this level. It wasn't nowhere this big. It was like in a gym
a hole
somewhere,
in the
or
wall.
in a hole in the wall, and it wasn't no build up to it or nothing. Just cut the camera on, and it's a lot of niggas in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Just cut the
Now
camera
you got
on, a
females
lot of
and
niggas in the
bottles,
room.
and you got
Uh,
females and bottles and everything now.
You know,
You know
every
what I'm saying?
right, man. It's a business now, and Smack. I feel like ushered that into the game because that was the first one I remember watching. Then there was a
Mm-hmm.
couple more other leads after that, but
Rare Breed,
yeah,
King of the Dot. You know what I'm saying? Shout out
you're
to
right.
Smack, and shout out to everybody, man. That I got to get on. I know a lot of them battles be on caffeine now. Like they don't
That's what
be
I'm
on.
saying, man. And they done elevated the game of battle world so much, dog, to where like they ain't just dropping them no more for free on YouTube, man. You got to do the whole pay per view thing now.
Yeah, or wait like 3-4 months to get it on YouTube.
Yeah, you
You
right.
know,
You right. You
you
right.
feel me? Like, yeah, bro. It was like that. It was like that, and the one thing I remember, and the one thing that I loved about, the one thing I loved about it, man, it was just that feeling, man, to go into a battle rap, a battle, and I went to like one or two here, but I stopped going once they start shooting them mugs up. Once they start shooting them
It's
mugs
all
up, I
that
was
boy. He
cool.
ain't trying to go around nothing with nothing confrontational. He say he cool. He don't want to do nothing.
Nah, man, cause whatever I don't do what I'm supposed to do, man, it always something happens. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be cooling on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'll be cooling.
I ain't mad at you, player. I ain't mad at you, player. He told too bad. I be cool then.
I'll be cooling, man. Look.
Man, you be out here, bro. I used to see you out here all the time, bro.
I mean, I was
Dancing through
outside,
the
but
club, dancing through the old little blank space with a little bottle in your hand, bro. I remember that.
man, look,
Oh boy, bottle with his hand, dancing through the crowd, bro.
I was on a Mackie mission back then, man. I was
You
on a
truly
Mackie
was,
mission.
bro. You truly was.
I was on a Mackie mission.
You ain't
You know.
encouraged motherfucker turned you down, nothing. That nigga was just out for it. He was just, hey, let me go. Let me
Yeah,
see what's up.
yeah, man. But shoot, now I'm even more so cooling, man, because I learned that, some things is
I just told you, man, don't be hard on yourself, man.
No, I ain't being hard on myself. I'm just saying something that I realized, man. Sometimes everything ain't for you. Sometimes you can be. I made a video about this, man. It's cool to be the square. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's cool to be the dude in the background chilling. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool to be single for it. Don't let nobody influence you. You know what I'm saying? I was watching the video about it, dude. Remember Hot Damn I Rock? And he had the video about like Mario and Luigi. They was like in the streets banging. And they was like, bro, you ever seen it? It's like two brothers or something like that.
No,
And
sir. No, sir.
you ain't
No,
ever
sir.
seen that?
I
Okay.
ain't never seen this, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, it was basically he used to do skits where it'd be like Mario and Luigi, and then he'd make videos about like how he was just doing chicks all type of wrong and everything else like that.
Yeah.
But he made a video recently. He said, "Man, why do we get so entangled off into females and stuff?" And then he was like, "Man,
That boy
it was
saying
just."
tangled.
Yeah, he was like, man, look, I had females that like he had some medical go on with him, and he had females all from his past coming back trying to get back, trying to get back with him. So they trying to look after him and everything else like that. And
Yeah.
so he was like, man, I just remember in high school that was the thing, man, to do was to try to knock down as many chicks as you can. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling all the guys out there that don't feel if you know you the more the choosy lover relationships type of dude, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta try to transform yourself into this big player to try to prove nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You could do
Yeah.
you and be you and still, do your thing,
Yeah.
but it's up to you how you gonna play it. It's up to you how you gonna play it. It's up to you how you gonna move. It's up to you how you gonna whatever. and don't feel like you gotta prove nothing to nobody.
True indeed.
You know.
True indeed. I was gonna say, man, I think I seen you post something about, man, that Sony was doing something. They say Sony said they were forced to put the MLB.
Yeah, because the Major League Baseball Association, they was like, "Hey, bro, y'all been making this game for at least 15 years, and ain't nobody else making a baseball game on the same level." So they said in order for y'all to keep the exclusive rights to make the game, y'all got to put it on Xbox. So they said, "Cool, we gonna make extra money." But then MLB, I think Xbox went to MLB and said, "Look, we gonna pay you X amount of dollars to put it on Xbox Game Pass."
Yeah.
And so Sony just came out and said, "Hey, we didn't tell them to put that on there, or we didn't, that was the MLB, and that's their right to do that because it's their property. They the property holder. We just make the game. You know what I'm saying? We make the best product, the best, whatever." And I just thought it was funny because like the dude they want the dude that runs Sony to get up off of Sony because Xbox got the Game Pass and there's so many games on. That's what I meant to tell you. You might want to switch the kids over to the Game Pass because
Yeah.
you could pay $1.20 for the whole year, and instead of buying 6 or 7 games, you could pay for 2 games. You're gonna get over 100 games for the whole year and the online and everything else.
You're gonna be able to stream whatever you want, huh?
Exactly. So the big deal about it is it's a Sony game on an Xbox platform, and everybody who got a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation 5 gotta buy it. But everybody on the Xbox, they get it for free with the Game Pass. It's like Netflix but with games.
Yeah.
That was the reason why I had posted that video because I said, man, ain't nobody even talking about it for real. Like everybody knew it was coming to Game Pass, but then nobody know why it was coming to Game Pass or who mandated. Because either way, Sony made the game, so they gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no PlayStation game. Xbox ain't make a game to be played on the PlayStation.
Right.
And it wasn't even their mandate. It was just the MLB saying, look, we got a lot of fans that don't want to buy a PlayStation, but they want to play this game. Y'all need to make this game, or we taking away the license for y'all, and we gonna let everybody else do it because they got a contract. So when they renegotiated it, that's what they did.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and before we get up out of here, man, I want to say, man, and prayers up for the dog, man, and DMX. You feel me? Like I want to send some prayers his way, man, and
for sure.
And really prayers to anybody that got somebody in their family dealing with any type of substance abuse or anything like that, man. Try to reach out to your people and tell them, man, to get help. Even use DMX situation as an example. You know what I'm saying? Like use him as the example. Cause like, man, I was listening earlier, like, man, like DMX prayed on almost every one of his albums, man. Like he was a prayer warrior, dog, and that's some real spill right there, man. And like I say, if you know somebody around you, friends, family, anybody that got problems abusing drugs, man, just keep staying on them or whatever. Cause I know, man, people grown, they're gonna do what they want to do. But I still feel like as long as you got somebody in your ear nagging you like a net, I feel like, man, at least you can't say ain't nobody tell you. The thing is, you don't never want to just give up on a person and just wash your hands of them. I'm done with you. I'm gonna turn my back on you, and then they still gonna end up going down the same road anyway, if not faster.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody just turn their back on him and just say, "Oh man, he ain't gonna change." He might not never change, but I feel like if you stand in their ear about something, man, maybe they might change, you know, man, or might think about it, or maybe not. But at least your conscience will be clean enough to say, man, I told them a gazillion, a billion, a billion times, you know, to quit doing what you're doing. You know, I did, you know, you're right. You did your part. So prayers up for the dog, man, and DMX.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then that's all, man. Hey, we did it, bro. Another episode, man. You Ain't Lying podcast. What you think, bro? What you got to put down, man? I know you got to say something, man. Put it on down, player.
Nah, man. I said what needed to be said, man. Y'all know to catch us next week every Wednesday. And next week we got a little surprise. We're gonna be trying something next week. We're gonna see how it's gonna go.
Yeah,
But go ahead and tell them, Hayes, what we doing.
Nah, man, they gonna just have to just pop up and just see what's up, bro. Like,
okay, all right. He want to keep it.
Yeah, they gonna just pop up and just see, man. We can't, we got. It might go down, it might not. But if it do, just know that you ain't lying, man. And we gonna be, man, out of town with it, baby. So, man, we gonna, be live from somewhere in the world. You feel me? Y'all just gotta just come back and just stay tuned. Next, just come back next week. You feel me? That's all that is.
Yeah.
But other than that, they know they can go watch the mashing video on my YouTube channel for the Fam 87 TV. Follow me, CMW Hayes on Instagram for the Fam 87 TV on IG and on Facebook
and on
Twitter. Right, you heard me, look. And on Twitter. But
y'all know where to find me, man. At DJ Killzone Jones everywhere. It's KLZ OWN on Twitch, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody that's watching us. We on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Jadal Gaming, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to L Street. Actually, we right now we not on Jadal Gaming because the new video I meant to get the preview from her. I gotta have her resend it to me, so we'll have it next week episode. We'll definitely probably have it on Beast and Biz Friday. We'll have the trailers for Mashing, and we had the trailer for Off L Streets featuring the game. You know what I'm saying? And DJ Scream, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have that for y'all. And it's on the Dial Gaming website right now. Y'all can go right now, get y'all some of these headphones. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us, man. Shout out to Lawson, shout out to John in the building. Shout out to everybody that's watching us on Facebook. Shout out to Renee over there on Facebook. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now. I haven't checked it. But shout out to everybody that's watching us right now, man, that's showing us love, man. You Ain't Lying podcast every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. Beast and Biz podcast Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time, man, with Sarah Zaku. And yeah, man, we out, y'all. We out. Hold on, hey, you the captain of the ship. You out? We out? We out? All right, I'm finna play.
We out.
All right, see y'all next week.
Yeah. Everything sounds great. Yeah. No, I say it from my chest, I rep the Midwest. Niggas be acting like they tough, we not into that. I front the liquor store, serving with the pack, eating a box of rice. No, I got the strap. But them old schools clean like a new ball. Standing tall like the arch, I ain't finna fall. Used to be on Hall Street, they used to race cars. Cops come speed off, we ain't getting caught. From an era where clout chasing meant you had power.